In a recent video, I had a trail camera disappear. Long story short, I got my camera back and I was surprised at what videos were on that SD card. In the comment section to that video, there were a lot of questions about one particular deer. Today, it's the story behind that deer. What happened or what is wrong with that deer, and will it survive? Today, I have a lot of questions and hopefully you have answers. I'm always impressed with how observant people are while watching my videos, and there were a lot of questions about that one sickly looking deer in the previous video. Although there was only one short clip of that buck, many people noticed and could tell that there was something wrong. Now that buck is no stranger to my trail cameras. In fact, I often have videos of him. From the comment section, many people thought it was either flies or ticks that were on that deer, but in fact, I think it's something different. I call them deer warts. I think the official name is maybe fibroma, if I'm saying that correctly. It's a virus that gets in the deer's system, and one of the side effects is these growths. I guess it's not even technically a wart, but I always call them deer warts. While these growths are extremely hard to look at, in most cases it is not fatal for the deer. Now there are instances where there are underlying issues with the deer, and that may be the case with this particular buck. If a deer has an already weakened immune system, this fibroma can cause even more issues, and that may be the case with this deer. If you take notice in some of the recent videos, the deer seems to be getting skinnier and skinnier. You can easily see its rib cage, and it seems to be losing weight instead of gaining and growing. In my observations of this deer, the growth seemed to be getting larger and spreading over this deer's body. In my opinion, this looks like a young deer, and it could possibly be one of last year's fawn, making it a little bit less than a year and a half old at this time. Now I have quite the collection of historical videos from my trail cameras, so I dug through last year's video to see if I could find any other deer with this fibroma. And I did in fact find another buck last fall that was on my trail cameras. It had similar growth, albeit much smaller, on its right front leg. Now here's where the questions come in. Do you think this is the same deer? The deer that I captured last fall in November and December that was on trail camera was definitely a Y buck, but in my opinion, the deer from this year seems much smaller in size. Do you think this is the same deer? The deer that I'd captured last November and December with just small growths on its right front leg, is that the same deer that I have on trail camera this year, where the growths are much bigger, have spread across the body? My first reaction is they are two different deer. The deer this year seems to be much younger and smaller than what the deer was last year. But could it be because of the virus and that the deer is losing weight that it simply appears to be smaller than the deer I captured last year? So now it's your turn. I'd love to get your opinion. Am I correct in thinking that these are two different deer? Is it possible that last year's buck spread the virus to this year's deer? Do you think this year's deer is going to be able to survive the upcoming deer season? Have you ever gotten pictures or saw a deer with fibroma? And if so, what was the outcome of that story? Now, I personally don't know a lot about this disease, only some information that I've been reading up on online. This is the first time I've had a deer on a farm with this many growth or having this disease this badly. I am a bit worried whether it can transfer it to other deer. From what I've been reading, it does transfer from deer to deer in some cases, but it is not supposed to transfer from animals to humans. So that's good news. So again, I'd love to hear from you. Please put your comments down in the comments section. I enjoy hearing from you. I can often learn from your comments. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.